Iris and Rainig.
Hi! Hi!
Ice Cream and Cupcake were having a joint birthday party. They were dancing, playing games, and eating food. It was almost time for cake and presents. Mayor Chocolate was dancing with the Sour Ball triplets. When all of a sudden, their cake was gone.
Oh no! Someone stole our cake!
Let's go after them!
Then Ice Cream and Cupcake chased after the villain. They ran and ran until the villain stopped and was panting. It's Oatmeal Raisin Cookie!
Why did you steal the cake?
I never got invited to your awesome parties.
Oh, sorry. Didn't think of inviting you.
Yeah, sorry.
They all went back to the birthday party and had fun. Ice Cream and Cupcake never forgot to invite Oatmeal Raisin Cookie to their parties again.
The end!
Bleistift the Pencil by Celia Rowland.
Hi, I'm Bleistift. Bleistift is pencil in German. I have a broken tip, so I came here to talk to you about something. Have you seen anybody around? You probably are wondering why I asked. Well, I can't find a pencil sharpener anywhere. So have you seen any of them? No? Oh, okay. I think that maybe you could help me find someone. How about we look over here? Oh, it looks like someone is here. Hi, Scissors, how are you?
Oh, hi! Who are you?
I am Bleistift the Pencil. Do you know where the sharpening store is?
I don't know where to sharpen things. But there is one of my friends over there. Oh, bye!
Bye.
Sorry, I can't talk. I'm gonna miss my flight. Bye!
Okay, have a nice flight. Bye. Do you know where the sharpening store is, Mr. Tape?
I do know where it is. It is 20 feet forward and to your left.
Oh, look. There it is. I am so glad. Let's go inside. Can you please sharpen me?
Sure, I can sharpen you. Just come over here.
Thank you. I always feel better after a shave.
You're welcome. Would you like to meet my best friend? I think you would like to meet him. His name is Rager Gumi.
Hi, I am Rager Gumi.
Hi, I am Bleistift the Pencil.
Would you guys like to play with me after this?
Yeah!
Sure.
Yay!
Thank you so much for helping me find a pencil sharpener. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for reading this book. Bye.
Banana Man vs. Rotten Banana by Caleb Qualiata. One day in Mushville, a kid named Bob was on Amazon looking for some Legos, but he got distracted by a blender. The screen said, "Want a giant magical blender for free? Just click here." So Bob did. Only 5 minutes later, it arrived. Bob got a banana and put it in the giant blender and turned it on. Then he waited and waited and waited. And then Banana Man was created. Banana Man was a hero for many weeks. Then one day, Banana Man was going to visit Bob. Bob put a rotten banana in the magic blender. Then something crazy happened. The rotten banana was created. Banana Man was ready to fight. The rotten banana broke out of the house and started destroying Mushville. Banana Man started to fight, but his banana boomerangs were useless. Then Banana Man got an idea. Banana Man and Bob got the giant blender and put it in front of Bob's house. The rotten banana spotted them and came running over. He was getting closer and closer, and then, thunk. The rotten banana was back to normal. Banana Man saved the day. The end.
One day in the deep woods of North America ran a wolf named Star with her family. Star's parents were hunting for food when they saw a fish in the stream, but they weren't the only ones hunting that day. There was a bear, too. Luckily, Star's parents knew what to do. Her parents howled and they scared the bear away. When they came home, they had food to eat for the week. Star wanted to hunt too, but her parents said it was too dangerous. That night, when everybody was asleep, Star went out to show everybody she could hunt. When she was outside, a storm hit. She fell on the ground and was too cold to get up. When Star woke up, she was lost. Star wandered in the woods, hoping to find her way back home. When Star was in the woods, she met a fox named Jack. He was very helpful. Jack showed her how to hunt for food. After a couple of days, Jack had to go to his family. That night, Star went out to hunt, and she got a lot of food. Star spent almost 2 years in the woods. Every night when she went to bed, she hoped her family was doing okay, and that she would find her way back home soon. One day, she was wandering in the woods when she bumped into a baby wolf. The wolf was lost and lonely. Star remembered how that felt. She couldn't let what happened to her happen to this baby. Star took the baby back to its home. When Star did that, she remembered her family. She started running and was determined to find them until she found her way back home. A mile away from her home, her parents and siblings could smell Star, and they all started running towards each other until they could see each other in the distance. When they reached each other, they huddled and jumped for joy. Star's Ma and Pa were also surprised to see that Star came with a lot of food. The end.
How to Make a Paper Airplane by Nathan Williams. Hi, my name is Matthew. I love making paper airplanes when I get home from school. This is a story of how I learned how to make them so I can hopefully teach you how to. Once when I was 5, I got the flu. I was pretty bored, so I told my mom. Mom said that she could teach me how to make a paper airplane. I asked, "What's a paper airplane?" So she explained. She said, "It's a triangle that flies." Or a paper triangle that flies. She said, "The first step is to fold the top into a triangle, like what I'm doing right now. She said the second step is to fold the triangle down so it looks like an envelope. Then she said, the third step is to fold the paper in half, like what I'm doing right now. She said the fourth step is to rotate the paper 90 degrees to the right and then fold that side into a triangle. Matthew said, what does that mean? Mom said, it means turn it so the top is facing this way and fold it into a triangle on that side, like what I'm doing right now, which is actually pretty complicated, so make sure to pay close attention to this part. So you have it like this, and then you flip it that way and fold that part into a triangle, like what I'm doing. And then do that on the other side too, of course. Last, she said the fifth step is to fold the triangle so that the triangle you made down to the edge. Flip it over and do the last two steps, or do the last to this step, and prop the wings up. Basically what that means, fold it down like this, which is kind of complicated, so I'll try to do it slower. Sorry, I did it so fast. You get this, and then fold it down like that. So it looks like this. Do the same thing on the other side. And then when it says prop it up, it means do this to the wings. That's how you make a paper airplane, and that's how I learned how to make paper airplanes. I hope it helped you learn how to. The end. Before we end the video, there's a little side note I want to say. Make sure you're holding it right like this, so your thumbs are like this, and then probably just throw it forward like that. Anyways, bye. The end.
Duck and Dog by Reese Koosman. Once there was a dog and a duck, and they were best friends. The dog always wore a colorful tutu, and the duck always wore his favorite pair of sunglasses. Duck and Dog always played with each other on the playground. Their favorite things to do on the playground were swinging each other on the swings. They also enjoyed sliding down the slide together. They were the best of friends, and nothing could break them apart. One day, Duck and Dog decided they wanted to have a picnic at the park, so they both made their favorite snacks. Dog made puppy chow. He loved that sweet treat, so he knew Duck would love it too. Duck made crackers and cream cheese. He loved having this at any time of the day. Duck and Dog got in their colorful cars and started heading to the park. They met under a tree in the park. Duck tried Dog's puppy chow. Then Dog tried Duck's crackers and cream cheese. They both loved each other's snacks so much they made them whenever they were hungry. When they got home, they were so excited they couldn't wait for their next adventure. Turn page for a surprise. How to make puppy chow. How to make crackers and cream cheese.
How to do a cartwheel by Finley Groves. Hello, my name is Finley Groves. I'm 9 years old and a level 6 gymnast. I have been doing gymnastics since I was 5 years old. This book will teach you how to do a cartwheel. Step 1. Arms up by your ears. Make sure your arms are by your ears, straight up in the air, close to your ears. Stand tall like a tree. Step 2. Make sure to step forward with your favorite leg and bend at the knee, leaning forward in a hollow position. Step 3. You will put your back foot up from the lunge position and start going sideways. Make sure you go fast so you don't fall over. Step 4. Shake up with your leg. Then you will be in a side handstand. You with your legs straddle. Step 6. Put your feet on the ground one by one and then go to the hollow position. Step 7. And don't forget the best part, your big finish. Hands pretty and chest proud, and don't forget to smile.
Posey's Big Adventure by Eliana Sweet. One sunny, cold day in the South Pole, Posey and her siblings were waiting for their parents to decide where they're going for their family outing. Okay, I decided we are going to the Penguin Ice Museum, Mom said happily. Yay, I am so excited, cheered Posey's sister Charlie. Me too, said Lincoln and Posey. Then they headed to the Ice-mobile. Are we there yet? I am really excited for my flavored icicle, Posey asked. Not yet, Posey. We still have a few minutes left, Mom replied. Everyone get out of your buckles and let's get into the museum, Dad said. They started to walk into the museum. Lincoln and Posey, stay by us adults the whole time. Got it? Charlie asked. Got it, Posey and Lincoln replied. Mom, I want a flavored icicle. Please, Mom, please, Posey asked. Not yet, Posey, Mom replied. You can give me the money, and then I will buy it myself, Posey said. Oh, fine, but you better be careful. I trust you, Mom replied. Thanks, Mom, Posey cried. Then Posey walked over to the polar bear that worked at the stand, and Posey said, I would like a blue raspberry icicle, please. Sure, the polar bear said. Then Posey got her icicle and went back to her parents, but they were gone. Mom, Dad, where are you? Posey cried. Posey was lost. She didn't know what to do. Hello, Mr. Winter Fox. Have you seen my family? Posey asked. No, I have not, Posey, my dear. Are you lost? Yes, and I don't know what to do. Well, I am so sorry, my dear, but I am too busy. I have other things I have to do. But I hope you find your parents soon, Mr. Winter Fox said. Hey, Winter, have you seen my parents? Posey asked. Winter was one of Posey's friends and neighbor. Sorry, Posey, I have not seen your parents anywhere, Winter replied. Posey was now wondering if her parents were really gone. Was she really missing? Can you at least help me find my parents? Posey asked. I am so sorry, Posey, but I can't help you. I have stuff to do with my family, Winter said. Posey was scared and didn't know what to do. So she decided to go ask another animal. Hello, Mr. Mammoth. I am Posey Penguin. I was wondering if you could help me find my parents, Posey asked. I can't help you, little penguin, unless I know your mother's name, Mr. Mammoth replied. I don't know my mother's name, Posey cried. Then I can't help you, Mr. Mammoth replied. Posey thought she may never see her parents again. Posey wanted to ask one more person, and that was her best friend, Blair the polar bear. Hey, Blair, can you help me find my parents? Posey asked. Yes, I would love to help you find your parents, Blair cheered. Posey was so happy she could cry. Let's go, Posey says. They set out on their journey to go find Posey's parents. After 30 minutes of searching, Blair calls out, "Posey, I have a surprise for you." "What is it?" Posey asked. "I found your parents. They are looking for you by the icicle stand," Blair yelled. "Mom, Dad, I'm right here," Posey cheered. "There she is. She found us," Mom cries. Posey learned an important lesson: to listen to her parents and not let them out of her sight. The end.
How to Cook an Egg by Owen S. One bright morning, Owen stretched his arms and yawned. He thought in his head, "An egg sounds very yummy." So he walked downstairs and washed his hands. Then he got a clean pan and put it on the stove. Then he turned the stove on to medium/low heat. Then he went to the pantry and got some olive oil. He put a drizzle of olive oil in the pan. Then he spread the olive oil around the pan. After a minute, he cracked an eggshell over the pan and threw the eggshell away. After Owen had finished putting the olive oil into the pan, he went and got a stopwatch. He set the stopwatch for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. After he finished setting the timer, he got out a spatula. Then he sprinkled on some pepper and salt onto the egg. Then his timer rang and he grabbed the spatula and flipped the egg. Then he set the timer again for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. After the timer went off, he took the spatula and put it on a plate. Owen took his plate and put it at the table. Then he walked over to the toaster and put a piece of bread inside. After the toast was finished, he put the egg on top of it. He thought in his head, "Enjoy!"
Hi preschool, hi kindergarten. Today I'm going to be reading you a book that I made called Stained Glass. And it's going to be how to teach you how to make stained glass. I love color. There's so much color all around us. Do you see any colors around you? Try and name some. One of my favorite, most colorful things are stained glass windows. I love looking at them every time I go to church. I love making my own stained glass windows. Sometimes I make big ones, sometimes I make small ones. I can't wait to show you 2 ways to make them. First, gather all of your materials such as tape, white paper, and your imagination. You also need coloring utensils. I personally like to use pastels, but you can use whatever you like. First, line up the edge of the paper with the edge of the tape. Then, put different diagonal lines of pieces of tape from edge to edge. Next, you color in the triangles. Do not put the same color next to each other and take your time. Finally, carefully lift up the tape and see the final creation. Next, I will show you the second way to make stained glass windows. For this version, you will need a piece of black construction paper, tissue paper, scissors, and glue. Using your scissors, cut out shapes from the paper. Make sure to leave a thick edge around the whole paper. Next, Glue pieces of tissue paper on the back to cover the new holes. Use a lot of different colors. Tape your new design of stained glass project to the window or glass door at your house and watch the sun shine through.
One day, Sasha and Mila woke up inside their doghouse, and they were really bored. They could not think of anything to do. They were so bored, so for a while they just slept. Caleb walked into the room and said to the dogs, "Let's go to the dog park. It's a nice day." When they got there, they ran around and played tag with the other dogs. Sasha and Mila played on the dog toys too. Caleb turned around to yell for Sasha, and when he turned back around, Mila was gone. He turned around, he looked under the tables, he looked by the trees, but he could not find her anywhere. Then he looked over his shoulder and saw a huge, big black dog. Caleb knew Mila was very afraid of huge, big black dogs, and she was probably hiding somewhere, but where could that be? After searching high and low, Caleb found her back over by her sister Sasha. It was a happy reunion, and Caleb was so happy to have both his puppies back together.
How to Draw Baby Yoda by Cannon Groves. Hi, my name is Cannon, and I love to draw. One of the things I love to draw most are characters. This book will teach you how to draw a simple Baby Yoda with a step-by-step process. First, draw the outline on the top of Baby Yoda's head. Use 2 curved lines. Then add his big curved ears to the side of his head. Add detail to his ears and some strands of hair on top of his head. Now we start with facial details. Draw 2 circles for his eyes and an oval inside each circle. Add a small arch for the nose and a smile. Now for the details. Add 2 curves above each of his eyes to look like creases, and then 2 small circles inside each eye. Then create the top of his robe. Fill in his eyes, but be careful not to fill in the tiny circles inside his eyes. Then draw 2 short lines to begin his arms and draw the rest of his robe. Now draw his sleeves on his robe, along with his hands and some lines on his robe to look like creases on his robe. The final step is to color the finished project and admire your work. Great job. May the force be with you.
Celia Ostraker. And the book I made is called Where is Lily? Once there was a 7-year-old girl named Jessica. She had a pet bunny named Lily, and she loved her so much. They were family. Then one day, Jessica went to play with Lily, but she did not see her in her cage. See Lily in her cage. The door was open on her cage, and she must have gotten out somehow. Jessica was so worried and sad she wanted to find Lily right away, so she asked her parents for help. Jessica and her parents looked for Lily all around the house, but they could not find her. They went searching outside for Lily, but the park area outside is very big. Jessica went to go ask her friends if they could help look in the big park area. They looked by all the trees, bushes, and even up in the tree, but they could not find Lily. They were so worried they would never find her because there were so many places to hide and get lost. They needed to find Lily soon because it was getting late and starting to get dark. The thought of Lily being out all night all alone made Jessica scared. They decided to go home and look for her tomorrow. When they got back home, they found Lily back at the house. She must have gotten lonely and came home on her own. Jessica was so happy that Lily came home all on her own and they were together again. The end.
Wood Wars by Will Mason. A long time ago, along the Katy Trail River, lived a happy family of beavers. Mama told the family, "We must build a new dam for a new home." Jim, the youngest beaver, asked Mama, "Can I go get the wood for the new dam?" Mama told Jim to be careful and watch out for bears. The next day, John, the oldest beaver, asked Mama, "Can I go get the wood for the new dam today?" Mama told John that Jim really likes getting the wood, so not today. John wanted to be the one who was allowed to gather the wood. He went to his younger brother, Joe, to talk. Joe asked, "What's wrong?" John replied, "Little Jim always gets to go get the wood for the dam." Joe suggested that he goes and talks to Mama. John said, "I already did." She said Jim had already asked to go. Joe said, "Well, go get it anyway." "Good idea," said John. The next week, Jim went out to collect more wood. John followed him. Jim heard a noise. He asked himself, "Was that a bear?" John saw the bear in a bush. He ran to save Jim. John grabbed Jim by the tail and pulled him back as fast as he could. The bear came out and chased them. Jim got up and ran with John. They found a narrow space between two trees and were able to squeeze through and escape from the bear. When Jim and John got back to the dam, Jim ran to Mama and said, "Mama, Mama, Jim just saved me from a bear." Mama was shocked. She went to John and said, "You saved Jim. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. This means that you and Jim can go get wood for the dam together." A few weeks later, the dam was finished. John and Jim worked together to gather the wood. Mama was so happy that the dam was finished and that all her sons and daughters were safe and happy. The end.
The Little Green Lizard by Annie S. A long time ago, there was a little green lizard. His name was Lizard. He lived in a small house near a swamp. He had a garden that was growing green peas. Lizard lived with some friends he had taken with him when he left the farm. Their names were Cat, Dog, and Pig. They had one problem. They were a huge mess. Lizard was miserable because no one would help him out and clean up their own messes. Then Lizard had an idea, a good one. Lizard made some bread and some soup. He made 2 kinds of soup. One was green pea soup and the other was swamp soup that looked like green pea soup. The other animals loved green pea soup. When it was supper time, Lizard served the others swamp soup, but he gave himself the real green pea soup and bread. The other animals spit out their soup and said, "What's in this soup?" Lizard smiled proudly and said, "If you promise to help me around the house, I made some real green pea soup." They said, "We will help you." Lizard said, "After dinner, you will put away your dishes." They groaned and said, "Okay." Now their house looks like this. Now they all clean up. Most of the time they help each other, especially the little green lizard. The end.
How to Take Care of Any Pet Cat by Kaylee Wagner. Hi, I'm Arabella and I love cats. Nothing has ever prevented me from having one. I recently got my new kitten, Pat. He's very playful and likes people a lot. His breed is Burmese. Today I'll teach you how to take care of your own cat. First, you need to know how much to feed your cat. From 6 months to maturity, you should feed them 2 times a day. If your cat is around 1 year old, you should feed it 1 to 2 times a day. If your cat is 7 years or older, you should feed it 1 time a day, but on rare occasions 2. Another thing you need to know is where is the best space for your cat or kitten. It's best you give them a big open space with windows so they can still see the outdoors. I also recommend getting a litter box and toys. Even though you should have one main space for your cat, you should also let them roam around your house. My kitten Pat loves roaming around and is hardly ever just in one spot. I've had dogs in the past and they need exercise. Just like dogs, cats do too. It's recommended they get around 30 minutes of exercise. That could mean anything from running to going on a treadmill. The last important thing to know is how much attention you should give your cat. If you have a younger cat like Pat, give it all the attention you have. They love it. If you have an older cat like Livy, my other cat, they don't need as much attention. They like this because they matured but still want a little attention. I hope you learned something. I hope your cat is healthy and happy just like Pat and Livy. I hope you enjoyed my book. Bye.
Points. Time to Learn About God by Kennedy Wooler. Page 1 of God. God is our almighty Savior. He saved us from the devil and He keeps us in His arms no matter what. If you make a bad choice, just pray to God and He will forgive you. Page 2 of God. You should go to church because you can learn more about God there. You would learn not to sin and know that God is always there for you. Page 3 of God. Just know when things are not going well for you, God will always be with you. When you feel down, pray to God that things will be okay.
Minecraft by Mark Pelster. Introduction. Did you know that Minecraft is almost 11 years old? Minecraft is a game with endless possibilities. In this book, I'll teach you how to play Minecraft. Minecraft Java Edition and Minecraft Bedrock Edition controls and how to download. To download Minecraft Java Edition for free, go to minecraft.net/download. You will have to register an account to play. For me, I can play up to 1.5 for free. Then above that, there is a timer. The game costs $26. To get Bedrock, go to the Microsoft Store to get your demo. For controls, WASD is how to move. W, forward, S, back, A, left, D, right. You can customize your controls if needed. The touchscreen controls are simple. Press the screen arrow for the direction needed. Creative mode is easy. You can build without anyone trying to kill you. The main point of it is to build whatever you want. But lots of people do not know you can play creative mode in your browser edition. The link is classic.minecraft.net. It has some controls. It has the same controls as mentioned on the last page. Survival mode is more difficult because, unlike creative mode, monsters can kill you. The goal of it is to defeat the game 100%. The main boss to defeat is the Ender Dragon and the Wither. To get to the Ender Dragon, you will have to go through the end portal to get there. There's another dimension called the Nether. You also have to get diamonds to get obsidian to build the portal. It will be updated this year. Crafting is not important in creative mode because you have unlimited resources. In survival mode, you must find resources. I'll explain mining in the next section. Get them then build something with them. Crafting is one of the most important things you will have to do in Minecraft. Craft nearly everything you use. But before you start crafting everything, you have to craft the crafting table. After that, you get to craft a lot of stuff like pickaxes, swords, wood planks, and more. Mining is useless in creative mode. In survival mode, mining is getting resources from the ground that you will use to craft into usable items. First, you will need a wooden sword and a wooden pickaxe to mine stone. Then you will make a stone pickaxe to mine the iron. Next, make a furnace to smelt the ore. Then craft the iron pickaxe. Finally, with your pickaxe, you can mine all the ore in the cave. Because of COVID-19 coronavirus, Minecraft decided to release free educational content in Marketplace. The free content is not available on Java Edition. It is only on platforms that say Minecraft. The free educational content will be available until June 30th of this year, but I've really enjoyed exploring the free educational content. Also, there are other Minecraft games like Minecraft Earth and Minecraft Dungeons. Did you know that there are 11 development stages of Minecraft Java Edition? Closing. I have explained how to play Minecraft and some of the key tasks needed to play the game successfully. There are two main modes. There are Minecraft Survival mode and Creative mode. In Creative mode, the objective of the game is to build. In Survival mode, the objective of the game is to defeat the Ender Dragon. Crafting and mining are really important in Survival mode. You can build using those tasks. All images were screenshots of author-created work with using Minecraft Java and Bedrock editions, used in compliance of user license agreement with Mojang. Minecraft.net/ commercial use guidelines update.
Hi boys, hi girls. I'm Violet Rethel and I made this book and it's called The Fairy Queen's Crown. I hope you like this book I made. It was really hard to make and I made it especially for you guys who are watching this video, and I really hope you like this book. The Fairy Queen's Crown by Violet Lorraine Rethel. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Lucy. One day, she met a girl named Evangeline. They loved to play together in the enchanted garden. Ooh. One day, a girl named Eve came to their garden. Lucy was a princess fairy, daughter of Queen Sophia. Lucy, Eve, and Evangeline had fun playing, but little did they know that Eve was the daughter of Rose, Queen Sophia's sister. When Sophia was chosen to be fairy queen, Rose turned evil. She sent her daughter Eve to steal Sophia's crown. Oh no, what do you think they're gonna do, boys and girls? Eve, Evangeline, and Lucy would play for hours. But one day, Eve decided it was time to steal the crown. So Eve said, "Queen Sophia, help!" in a baby voice to trick the queen. Baby voice to trick the queen. All the guards came with Queen Sophia. With Queen Sophia distracted, Eve snuck into the room with the crown. She walked in and took it. She flew to her mom. "Finally," said Rose. Later that day, Queen Sophia realized she had been tricked. "The crown is gone," said Queen Sophia. "What do we do?" Mom, said Lucy, if you don't have the crown, then are you still the queen? No, I'm not the crown without the queen, said Queen Sophia. Queen Sophia? Said Evangeline. Yes, said Queen Sophia. Well, where is Eve? Queen Sophia said, I don't know. My sister Rose, said Sophia. Wait a minute, said Lucy. You never told me I had an aunt. Evangeline said, I don't want to be mean, Queen Sophia, but you have a lot of explaining to do. Queen Sophia said, It's okay, Evangeline. Sit down, you two. I have a story to tell you. Queen Sophia said, Once upon a time there were two sisters. Me, Sophia, and my sister Rose. We loved to play together, but when I was 21 and she was 20, I became Queen of Fairies. It made my sister mad. She ran off and I never saw her again. I don't even know if she had children or not. And Lucy interrupted. So Eve could or could not be her daughter? Do you know where she lives? Asked Lucy. Yes, I do. Come on, girls. They traveled to Rose's house. Queen Sophia said, Stay here, girls. I will do this part alone. Queen Sophia went into the house. Rose, give me my crown. Rose said, Never. Evangeline had an idea. She told Lucy. Okay, let's do it, said Lucy. They both went into Rose's house. Evangeline said, We have an idea. Rose, if you get the crown back to your sister, then you can both be fairy queens. Ooh. I like that idea, said Rose. Me too, said Sophia. Me three, said Eve, Evangeline, and Lucy. And they all live happily ever after. The end. Boys and girls, I hope you liked my story that I created. See you soon. Bye!
Hannah's Magical Fairy Garden by Addie Braswell. Have you ever felt left out before? Have you ever been told you were too little to do something? This is a story about my little sister Hannah. Every spring, our family plants a vegetable garden in the backyard. Hannah, my little sister, wanted to help us in our project. She kept trying to pick up the shovels and rakes, but they were too heavy. She was sad. As Mommy and Daddy continued to work in the garden, I saw Hannah crying over the sweet summer. I wanted to help her because she felt left out. On her 7th birthday, I asked my mom to buy her a fairy garden. My mom did this with me when I was her age. I wanted to make her feel part of the project. This book will tell you everything you need to know how to make your own fairy garden. Pot, supply list, pot or basket, soil, small hand rake, flowers of choice, small blooms, succulents, pansies, etc. Garden figures, houses, characters, trees, rocks, etc. Watering can or small cup, moss or grass, and sand. Imagination. After you've gathered all your supplies, it's time to get started. Step 1. Lay out all your supplies and grab yourself a plastic cup of any size. You will begin by adding the soil to your pot or basket. Be sure to only fill it about halfway up to make sure you have enough room for all your decorations and plants. The next step after you put in your soil is to place the plant or flower of your choice. Make sure you plant the plant deep enough so it covers the root ball. In addition, you should make sure to spread out your plants so that you have enough space for everything else, like the minifigures and houses. After your plants have been placed, it's time to use your imagination. This is the fun part. You now are ready to place your figures and characters in houses, pebbles, stones, mosses, grass, and etc. The great thing about Fairy Garden is the possibilities are endless. My little sister Hannah did a great job in the Fairy Garden. She's no longer sad. If you have imagination, you can do it.
Charlie's First Day of School by Cooper Lane. Charlie, wake up! Mom, it's only 6:30 a.m. and it's Sunday. I know, Charlie, but it's school picture day. No! I can't believe it's the last day of summer, Charlie thought to himself. Fine, Charlie said. I'll get dressed. So Charlie got out of his bed and put on his favorite Tiger shirt, his jeans, and his square patterned socks. I'm ready, he told Mom. Okay then, get in the car. We don't want to be late. So Charlie got in the car and they were off to school. Mom, I don't want to go to school. Why not, Charlie? Asked his mother. Well, I don't really have a lot of friends. And plus, why is school a thing? Charlie asked. We need school so you can get smart, Charlie. Ugh. Once we got inside, the school was packed with people. After an hour or so, it was finally our turn. Click! Next. After we got home, my mom gave me an ice cream and told me not to complain about school anymore. So I told her I will try my best. One day later, Charlie, how was your first day of school? Asked Mom. Awesome! Who is that boy you were talking to over there? Oh, he's the new kid, and now me and him are best friends. Hold on, I'll be right back. Charlie came back with Connor. Hey Mom, can you take a picture of us? Sure thing. And from that day on, Charlie never complained about school again. The end.
Hi, I'm Sophia Tapin. This is my story. It is called Allie and Annie. One day at a ranch in West Virginia, a little girl named Allie had a dream. She wanted to be a famous horse rider. She was 7 years old. She had blonde hair with blue eyes that were sweet as a sugar plum. She lived on a ranch with her father, her mother, and her baby brother. Allie's little brother was 5 years old. Her dad and her mom to work a lot, so she had to stay at her neighbor's house a lot. She called her neighbor Aunt Macy. She had lots of fun. Aunt Macy had a horse named Annie. Aunt Macy would teach her how to ride safely. She had been going to Aunt Macy's since she was 6 months old. She was looking forward to go to Aunt Macy's this week to play with her. Sadly, this week, everything changed. Aunt Macy had passed away. She was heartbroken. Her dad and her mom came to talk with her. They said, Allie, it is okay to be sad. We are all going to miss her so much. We need to remember she's in heaven now and we will see her again. Yeah, said Allie, crying. Allie said, Dad, we could keep Annie. We do? Asked Annie. Her dad and her mom nodded their heads yes. Allie is still crying. Then she stopped and asked, Can we go see her? Yes, you may, said Mom. Thanks, but can I be in a race with Annie? I'll take care of her. I want to do it in honor of Aunt Macy, said Allie. We will think about that, Mom said. Allie ran out the door towards Annie. She calmed down so Annie can remain calm. Allie took a deep breath, fed her, and asked her dad to put on the saddle on Annie. Then she hopped on with the help of her dad and carefully directed Annie to the walk forward. Then she said, Aunt Macy passed away. Annie started to run. Then Allie said, Calm down, girl. Then she slowly calmed down. Then Allie said, We might horse jump. She put Annie in the barn and said bye to her. Then she ran to her mom and dad. She asked again if she can ride, and they said yes. Allie said, I'm going to practice tomorrow on jumping over the horse jumps and then riding her fast. Okay, Mom and Dad said. Allie went
sat and put together a puzzle. It was a horse puzzle from Aunt Macy's house. She sat there and thought, I'm going to do this for Aunt Macy, and she thought all the memories she had with Aunt Macy. Then she got up from the table and ran to the house where Aunt Macy lived. She got one of her necklaces. Then the next day she wore it. She practiced and practiced with Annie. Then was the next day, and the horse jump competition. They went to the horse jump competition. She was a little scared and excited. She knew Annie could do it. Now was the time for her to do the horse jump with Annie. She got ahead of everyone because she jumped over the horse jumps. Next was Scary, because she had to race. 1, 2, 3, go! They raced down, turned, and then out of nowhere she felt her hand slipped. She fell off of Annie, couldn't get back up. Her mom and dad and her brother raced to the field where she was in. Then her dad picked her up and ran her to the car. The others followed. Her dad drove Annie to the hospital. He knew Allie had broke her leg by the way it looked. They took her from the car. They walked in, gave her to the nurse. Then the nurse took Allie to get an x-ray. Her dad was right. She had broken a leg. This was terrible. After Allie got her cast put on her leg, her parents took her home. Thankfully, a friend of her dad's was able to get Annie home safe while Annie and her family were at the hospital. She wanted to see Annie before going to bed. Dad, please let me see Annie before we go inside, Allie said. Her dad picked her up out of the car and took her to Annie. Sorry, I fell off you, sweet girl. Then we will get them next time, Allie whispered to Annie and kissed her on the head. The next morning, she woke up tired. Now she had to go to the doctor. So she went with her dad to the doctor. They got there and they went to the room. And Allie said, I'm scared, Daddy. It's okay, you're going to be fine. Are you sure? Said Allie. Yes, said Dad. Then the doctor came and said, Hi, Allie, how are you doing? Bad and good, said Allie. What is the good thing? Says the doctor. Annie and I won the horse jumps yesterday at the horse competition. The doctor then asked, What is the bad? I fell off Annie during the race and broke my leg, said Allie. Yeah, I heard about that. You have to rest it for 2 months, said the doctor. But my finals for racing are in 2 months. Can I go, doctor? Said Allie. We'll see. Give me improvements every week, and at the end of 2 months, on that day, we will see, says the doctor. The day went home. Allie was really bored. Then she got up and got her Barbie, sat down at the kitchen table, and played with them for a while. Then it was a time for bed. Then weeks and weeks went by. Allie worried that she wasn't going to be able to race with Annie in the next competition. She went back to the hospital with her parents to get an x-ray of her leg. The doctor said she had to do this to make sure her leg was healed. They had to wait 2 days to find out if her leg was healed. It was the day before the finals. She felt a whole lot better. She went outside to get the mail. She was looking through the mail for a doctor's report. Then she found it. She opened it and she can go! She was so glad. She went and shoved her crutches aside and went toward Annie. But she wasn't hurt anymore. She got the saddles, the reins, the bit, the stirrup, and the bridle.
and put it all on to get ready for tomorrow. Then she rode Annie. It was the next day in the finals. She got there to practice. Then there were a group of girls coming over to her. Allie was nervous. Then one of the girls asked, "Are you Allie?" "Yes," said Allie. "You're never going to win. You have a broken leg." "That's so impossible," said the girl. Everyone that was with her laughed except for one girl. Allie started to cry. "You're such a crybaby," said the girl. Another girl said, "Alexa, quit being so mean." Then they rolled their eyes and left. Then the girl came up from behind Allie and said, "Hi, my name is Lexi, and I'm going to ride too. Those girls bully a lot of others at the finals, so people don't want to come back." "Oh, okay, thanks," said Allie. Now it was the time for the horse jumps. Allie won. She jumped all of it in 30 seconds. Now it was time for the race, and she was terrified. She had to hold on as much as she could. 1, 2, 3, go! Annie raced as fast as she could. She was in the lead. She went across the finish line. She won the final. She got first place. And the mean girl came up to her and said, "Sorry." Allie said, "I forgive you." Then she went home with Annie, her family, and her big trophy. The glossary. Ranch. A ranch. A large farm where cattle or where other animals are bred and raised. Horse jumps. A flat bar that is held by two poles that is used to be jumped over by a horse. X-ray. A photographic camera that takes a picture of a bone to see whether or not the bone is damaged. Saddle. A seat fastened on the back of the horse, typically made out of leather. Reins. A long, narrow strap attached at one of the horse's bit. A mouthpiece, which is attached to the reins to control the horse. Stirrup. A pair of devices that attach to the saddle to put the rider's feet on it. Bridle. A headpiece to control the horse. Trophy. A cup or a decorative object. Thanks for listening to my story.
Chili by Kate Kennedy. It was a cold, windy day. Charlotte and her mom were going to have Grandma over and make chili. But first, Charlotte and her mom had to go to the grocery store and get the items they needed to make it. What you need to make chili. Ingredients. The tools you need to make chili. Directions. Stir chili powder, cumin, cocoa powder, oregano, pepper, and 1 teaspoon salt in a small bowl. Set aside. Peel onion, cut away ends, cut into strips, and dice. Add to medium bowl. Cut top away from carrots, cut into rounds, then into quarters. Add to onion. Smash and peel garlic, mince and add to onion and carrots. Heat oil in pot over medium-high heat. Add onion, carrots, garlic, and 1 teaspoon salt. Cook until very soft, stirring occasionally about 8 to 10 minutes. Add ground beef and spices. Use a wooden spoon to break beef into small pieces. Cook 5 minutes. Add crushed tomatoes and tomato sauce. Drain pinto, kidney, and black beans in the colander. Add beans to chili, bring to boil. Reduce heat to simmer. Cook 25 minutes. Taste and share. After Charlotte and her mom finished making the chili, Grandma came over soon after. Grandma loved the chili so much and said that they should make it again another day.